Hey guys, and welcome to another video with ilalalovepink, and today we're gonna do a lock screen tutorial, and there will be 3 lock screens in this video, and it kind of sounds sick because I am. Probably the reason why I couldn't record, but yeah. Okay, so you're gonna go File, New, and the size of your canvas will be 506 by 900, and I'm just resizing mine because it was too big. So for the lock screen, the first lock screen, we're just gonna fill the background color with a temporary color. We're gonna change it later on. And then you're gonna go File and Place, and then you're gonna place a PNG, and this one is a pre-made PNG. So you're gonna go right click and rasterize the layer just so you could edit it out, because you couldn't erase parts of it if it's a smart object. So next you're gonna get the rectangle tool by the shapes, and you're gonna hold down shift to make sure it's a perfect square, and I'm just gonna fill it with white, and I'm gonna remove the outline. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna align it to the center like so. Make sure you select the background layer and the square. Then you're gonna go Control J, so you have 2 squares. So the back square, I'm gonna fill it with a gray color so you can see what's going on, but it's not gonna stay gray for long. And you're just gonna move it upwards and back. So I've got this grid texture. You can just Google grid texture and it will appear. And you're gonna go right click and create clipping mask, and I'm just going to resize it because I feel like the squares are too small. And I created a new layer on top of it and filled it with a darker blue color, and then I'm gonna go right click, create clipping mask, and put it on multiply. So you got this blue grid texture, and I just went Control U and adjusted the color. So what else? I'm just gonna merge the layers so just it wouldn't be confusing for me and it wouldn't be too messy. And you're just gonna go Control T and resize your image and make sure that it's aligned to the center. And I'm just gonna add this PSD, and I'm in love with this because it turns everything pastel and it looks so cute. So that's basically it. I'm just readjusting the colors, and I added a font and make sure it's in all caps and italicized, and I just added light wood and lowered the opacity, and also don't forget your watermark. So this is the preview, and it will be on DeviantArt, in my DeviantArt gallery. You can download it. And for the second one, probably my favorite one, you're just gonna get an image. You don't have to cut a PNG of this one. You're just gonna select it using the rectangular marquee tool and hold down shift to make sure it's a perfect square. Go Control Shift I, and then I'm just gonna rasterize the layer and go Control X to cut out the outside parts. And yeah, I'm gonna resize it and make it a bit smaller, and I added some I think those are vintage flowers PNG. You can search that one out and you'll find these. And you could save the PNG and input this, but I'm too lazy, so I just copied it and ended up doing much more stuff to it. Anyway, what we're doing here, what are we doing? What am I doing? Okay, so I'm resizing it. I open the canvas. So you're just gonna go Control T and rotate it if you don't have a lot of PNGs. And you go right click and then you warp it so it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look like the same image and you just duplicated it. At least there's some variations to it. And then I found this one, and it doesn't look too redundant, so that's good. And I'm gonna get the rectangle tool again from the shapes, and for this one I added an outline but no fill color, so there's just this line outside, and hold down shift to make sure it's a perfect square. And then again I selected layers and aligned it to the center, just like what we did with the other one. So I think that's basically it. So I'm just gonna get the yellow from her shirt and fill the background with a pastelish yellow. And when I added the PSD, it didn't look like yellow, it looked like, yeah, like a bit of a dirty white, but that's kind of okay. Okay, so for the third lock screen, you're just gonna get your elliptical tool and then hold down shift to make sure it's a perfect circle. And I'm just going to resize it and remove the stroke again and fill the color with a gray one so you guys can see what's going on, but you don't really need to. So you're gonna select the shape and the background, and then you're gonna align it to center but not in the middle. So we're gonna push this down a bit so it's a bit offset. So you're gonna go copy, I'm just gonna copy an image. You're gonna go right click, create clipping mask, and resize it by pressing Ctrl T and making sure that the image will fit so you don't have to cut out a PNG. Really easy. Then you're gonna get the rectangle tool and make a thin rectangle which is a bit thinner than your circle. So again, I'm going to change the fill color and remove the stroke so it's not annoying. And okay, so you're gonna go Ctrl T, and then you're gonna select skew, and then I'm gonna move this down a bit. So I was a bit specific about this, so I moved it by 9 degrees, and I moved the other one by 9 degrees as well, so it doesn't look crooked. So you're gonna get, I just got this marble texture, and I went right click, create clipping mask, and then I'm just gonna go Control U just so the marble texture would match, so the colors will match. And next we're gonna go Control J and duplicate this circle, and I'm just gonna change it to a color that matches and move it below somehow. And then I'm gonna get the text tool and type in a text. This is his name, Simon, and I rotated it by 9 degrees again. So what we're gonna do here is a bit complicated. So we're gonna go right click, rasterize layer, so you can get the magic wand tool and go Control Shift J so it's like layer via cut, so it separates what you selected, and you can now freely move your text letter around. And if you don't want to do this, you can always type it one by one and rearrange them however, wherever you want to. And I kind of just played around with the layers a bit. You don't have to do this, I just wanting to try something new. I just got the line tool from the shapes again to make sure that they all kind of match and it's not too crooked, and I added a watermark and again rotated it by 9 degrees, so that's why I'm a bit specific about the degrees so it doesn't look too cookie. And next we're gonna get the PSD that we've been using for all of the lock screens because it's my new favorite. It makes everything look pastel. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you want to see in the next video, and subscribe for more videos. And all of the lock screens that I made in this video will be available on DeviantArt. You can just download it. Yeah, bye guys!